The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. Genesis in the building, my guy. How are you?
Yes, sir. Pleasure.
Pleasure to have you here, man.
Yeah, I'm honored for real. Been following the platform for a minute, so.
I think I found you off of Team Dreamville.
Really?
I think so. Right? Team Dreamville's posted
Yeah,
this shit a couple times, right?
Yeah.
I think, like, if I'm wrong or somebody else sent me him, I apologize, but I'm like 90% sure that, like, I found you off of them posting you on Twitter.
Yeah, I be on Twitter, like, all the time, so you've definitely seen me on there somewhere, so.
Right. I was about to say, I was telling somebody this the other day. I'm like, people don't understand how great Twitter is a platform to really help you blow up. It's like how other platforms like TikTok and IG might give you like a little bit more instant gratification.
Right.
But Twitter, like when you actually build something on Twitter, that shit don't go nowhere.
Absolutely. And I'm the type of person, like, I like communicating and talking to people and, having those conversations. So, like, I feel like Twitter is just more so my speed. And, I've been on there for years, just kind of building up the platform and, sharing my music and stuff like that. So, yeah, Twitter is definitely underrated.
How long has all the Dreamville fan pages been like supporting you?
For a minute now, honestly, like a couple of years. I think, when the pandemic kind of broke out, everybody was kind of like looking around like, all right, like, what do we do now? So everybody kind of was just like online chronically. So I figured that was like my best opportunity to like get my name out there and get seen by these different pages and stuff like that, like the Team Dreamville, the Shrek Knows Rap page, like a bunch of different.
I forgot about the Shrek Knows Rap page.
Yeah, nah, good page, good dude for real. But they've been sharing my stuff for a couple of years now, I think. So
isn't it weird? Cause like then like on Twitter you kind of get branded as like a Dreamville type beat artist or a Dreamville type artist too.
Which is funny because they always say the sort of thing like, oh, if you like this artist or that artist, then you'll love. And then people are always like, oh my gosh, are you calling them this artist? It's like, no, it's just, in the same vein. But like, yeah, no, it's cool though.
Like if you like Luke, Omen, Kaj, J. Cole, you're gonna like Geo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hate when people just assume that like they're trying to compare you to that person because it's obvious that your music is not like that.
Yeah, I've gotten compared to like a lot of different artists, over the course of my career, and I kind of I don't really know what to tell people when they say like, oh, like who do you compare yourself to? I'm like, I'm just me. Like at the end of the day, I just make the things that I want to make, and people just tend to resonate with it. And sometimes it might sound like something here, something there, but I feel like it's like a good mix of like everything that I'm influenced by. So
right, I agree. Like even listening to your music, which is why I became a fan on Twitter, and I meant to reach out but I'm glad we finally got to make this happen.
Absolutely.
But it was when I went to your Instagram and I really saw how many mutuals we have in common. Are you from the city? Or you from upstate?
I'm from upstate. Yeah. Okay. 845.
Okay, I caught that. Yeah, because once I saw Tony, shout out my boy A Game in the bill. But then you got Zero here from Brooklyn, so I had to piece it together in my brain where you was from exactly.
Yeah, I literally moved to Brooklyn like last year, like late last year. But I've been just driving back and forth from upstate Brooklyn, just going to different events, different shows and things like, and that's like at least like an hour and a half drive. But like I'd make that drive like every week, basically, just trying to just get connected, stay up with people.
Right, because I was gonna say like, ain't nobody from Brooklyn has this much like forest imagery in like their music.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a little different, yeah.
I'm like every other video, he's like in a forest or in like a big like kind of like a plain of grass.
Right.
And I'm like, he's not from Brooklyn. He might be from upstate.
That's a funny thing too, is a lot of people just don't really know where I'm from, even though I have like New York in my bio, but people don't really be reading this shit.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, like a lot of people don't really know where I'm from. I had somebody actually hit me up and was like, yo, I thought you were from London. I'm like, wow, that's a little far out, but yeah, no, 845 is where I'm from.
I was gonna say, how would they even think that you were from London? You don't have an accent.
Yeah, I mean, I guess some people hear certain songs or things and think they hear an accent of some kind or whatever. I mean, I'm Caribbean. My parents are both from Haiti, and I was born here, but I guess I have some sort of inflections and things in my voice sometimes in some of my songs, but. Yeah, it's very interesting hearing what people think.
And you teeter on that line of like I mean, you sing, but then you rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do have like both of that. So I can like maybe like I guess in the singing aspect, because I feel like when you have like British singers,
right?
Like they don't really always sound like they have an accent.
Exactly.
Like Georgia Smith doesn't always sound like she has a British accent.
Right. Yeah.
I think maybe that might be what it is.
I think it's exactly that.
So like, have you always like since the beginning of you starting this career, have you always teetered that line of doing both?
Kind of. I mean, when I first started making music, I started in like 2016, like, straight into college. I bought my own equipment and just kind of started teaching myself, like YouTube University, how to do everything. And, I've been singing my whole life, like, started up in the church choir and
Right,
all that. But, once I got to college, I kind of was exploring with, just words and lyricism. And, I was listening to rap, like heavy, heavy. And I kind of just wanted to do that, just get better at being a rapper. So I was rapping like really heavy when I first started making music. But then, kind of around that pandemic time was when I started, finding my voice and my sound and, blending, the singing and the rapping together. And now I feel like it's this really solid thing.
Yeah, I feel like now it's kind of like seamless, right?
Yeah.
So what have we been working on as of late?
As of late, I mean, kind of just been stacking up on just anything that I can make. I've been linking with a lot of different producers. My homie Zero, I've been pulling up on him, and we just been making a lot of stuff. But I'm working on a couple different projects right now. I've been pushing the Young Atlas thing. That's like a whole like alter ego thing basically for me. Because I mess with like the whole Greek mythology thing, and I feel like there's a lot of similarities between me and just Atlas, and just having these pressures that are on your back, and
Right.
just trying to navigate, being an artist in this landscape and this environment, and how the industry just kind of just changes every couple months and things like that, and just other things aside from that. But yeah, as far as like the music goes, I just been working like every week, every weekend, just linking with as many people as I can, just trying to make some great music.
Word, man, that's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, because I feel like, especially kind of like the space I've seen you now in too. Like we got the new single 23 Till Infinity out right now.
Yeah.
Like it's like feels like it's like in the gearing up process to drop something.
Absolutely, yeah. No, then that joint, I actually made that in the winter. That was like one of the first joints I made moving to the city. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff in the tuck, and I got some cool ideas for the next year that I'm planning on just releasing out into the world.
You wear the suit quite often too, right?
I do. It's
Why?
a nice little suit. I thrifted this thing. I found this suit. I feel like it kind of fits the Young Atlas character that I'm going for. I feel like it just makes sense. And I kind of saw these shorts in the thrift store one day, and I was just like, you know what? I feel like I was gonna wear like dress pants with the suit, but I feel like the shorts it's a little different. It's a little different. People not really wearing dress shorts like that. So,
I can't explain, but it's very like you look like you just moved to Brooklyn.
Hey, I mean, as long as you don't call me a gentrifier,
I'm
that's
not calling you. Yeah, you from New York. I can't call you
Yeah,
gentrifier.
yeah.
If you were from like somewhere in like Boise, Idaho,
Right,
I'd be like,
right.
I don't know, man. But you from New York, so it don't matter.
Absolutely.
But But now that you mentioned it, I didn't realize that they are two different type of tones.
Yeah, just
like two
very
different, like
subtle.
a slight. It's like when you tell somebody something and the glass shatters.
Yeah.
Just did that for me because now I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, those did not come together at all.
Right.
Not in the slightest bit.
Damn, I just messed up your whole
Yeah, that's
perspective.
the aesthetic that you
Yeah,
had.
damn.
But you do. But so is this like, all right? So like, if you go on tour, you gonna wear this every night?
I mean, I got a show coming up on Wednesday. I'm opening up for my homie Dende, and I'm planning on wearing it. So
That's tight.
yeah, type shit. So
Reggie Becton.
Reggie Becton.
Reggie, I want to say Becton. First, I'm sorry, I did this when he was here too. But how do you guys know each other?
Twitter,
Twitter? Okay,
just Twitter, just online. Yeah, I met a lot of the artists that I know, and I met over the past like few years have really just been through just making those connections online and just seeing like people like retweet or repost someone here and there, and I'm like, oh, they're fire. Let me like follow and connect with them,
Yeah,
message them, say what's up, So yeah, I just dudes like Reggie Becton, dudes like Zero, dudes like Chris Patrick, Dende, like all these dudes that I've met have just been through like the internet, basically.
That's tight. What I was gonna say, like off that too, is like, but then you also have like 845, like Tony. E. I think y'all, you know each other, or at least that's how you follow.
Yeah,
you.
no, Tony's a homie for real. I was actually following Tony for a minute before he got on, on my radar. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Tony's a really, really dope artist, really dope dude. He's been very supportive of me and my process and my journey, and I've had him come and perform with me, you know, on certain shows that I've done. And he's shown me nothing but love, and you know, it goes the same way for me to him. So
right, and you don't really do a lot of these interviews, huh?
Yeah, nah.
It's like your second one I think I seen because I was looking up for other ones. I was looking up other ones when I was getting ready for this one.
Yeah, I've done like, you know, small kind of interviews and like, you know, written interviews, but not a lot of like, you know, video interviews. But, you know, once, you know, you connected with me and, you know, you wanted to set this up, I was more than excited to pull up on you. So
right. So the Young Atlas, that's going to be also the project that we have?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be in that kind of vein, that storyline that I'm going for, yeah.
Fire, man. Well, I'm excited for that. So we got some music on the way with some good people.
Absolutely.
Probably some with Zero, I'm assuming, too.
Absolutely.
What else you working on for the rest of this year?
Rest of this year, that's a great question. I mean, you know, I'm trying to get out and just perform. You know, I'm trying to go to different cities like LA, Chicago, Atlanta. I'm just trying to tap in because I got a lot of people that I know in, you know, a lot of different cities, you know, through the internet. And they're kind of, you know, helping me out right now, trying to figure out like different venues and places to perform. But, you know, I'm just trying to get out there and, you know, let my message be heard and spread it around. So.
Word, man. Well, we excited for this. And so we doing a freestyle here, 2 beats, I believe, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you singing today too?
Yes, sir.
So you're doing some little rap, a little sing.
A little mix of both.
Little mix of both.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. Well, go check that out because that's out now by the time you guys see this. Before we get out of here and we have you perform, anything else you want to let the people know, where they can follow you at, all that good stuff. Now is the time to do it. This camera right here.
This camera right here?
Yes, sir.
Y'all can follow me at _Geogenesis, literally everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, I mean, I be in New York, I be out here, and y'all will be seeing a lot more of me very soon.
There you go. Well, make sure you go follow him. Go run up 23 Till Infinity out now. Go run up everything else he has. Run up that freestyle. Go show him some love. Go show him support. Love is free. Sport's free. But y'all already knew that. Till next time, Geogenesis on the radar. We out. Boom.
Yes, sir.